been complaints from some Conservative MPs that the Navy has effectively become a glorified taxi service in the Channel, with the number of migrants making the journey passing 20,000, as we reported yesterday, day before, already this year. Let's turn to Tony Smith, former Director General of UK Border Force. Tony Smith, welcome to you. Thanks for your time as ever. Do we know why the MOD have decided that the Navy are not for this task anymore?
Yeah, hi, Colin. Well, this was always only a temporary measure anyway. It was due for renewal in January of next year, but the Navy were given command over the entire operation, which of course involves a number of agencies, including the Border Force earlier, and they have clearly decided or indicated today that they do not intend to retain primacy next year unless directed by ministers to do so, which suggests to me that this will be shifting back to the Border Force, who, of course, in the meantime have been bolstering their own resources and capabilities to enable them to do so.
Is this, Tony, do you think is this a row within Whitehall between the Home Office and the Ministry of Defence? Is it a reflection, perhaps, of this strange limbo governmentally that we're in right now as we wait for a new Conservative Party leader and Prime Minister, that the MOD perhaps feels it can say this unchallenged right now?
It may be that, Colin. I don't know. I do think, however, there's been a very deep look at how things have gone since the Navy has been in charge, and I think people need to understand that really, as we said before, this wasn't going to stop the problem, was it, Colin? This was going to be potentially a way to ensure that more vessels would be identified if they tried to, evade the Border Force, because they have very good surveillance capabilities, but that resource will still be available anyway, whoever's in charge. But it was never going to stop the boats, was it? I think this is the real problem, is what the Royal Navy are saying is, look, we have other things to do in defence of the nation. This isn't really our role. And of course, immigration enforcement and Border Force are better equipped to deal with the problem. But of course, they can't deal with the problem either, as you know, Colin, because they can't send anybody back.
No, we're left with the impression that this was one of those headlines you can only conjure up once. Let's send in the army, let's send in the Navy, let's send in the military, but actually didn't have a lot of real-world impact.
I don't think it has made much difference to the business model, to the smugglers, or to the entire operation, really, Colin. I mean, we have had a couple of successes. There was a major operation by the National Crime Agency with European law enforcement a few weeks back, which was very good. Did take out some of the level 3 criminals. We have seen some evidence, I say some evidence, of the French disabling vessels on French beaches. Those are the sorts of things that we need to do, but they're not really to do with whether the Royal Navy or the Border Force has primacy on the Channel. There are other issues, and I think that this is, as you know, a much bigger problem.